Hey everybody, it's Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. How are you guys? I'm so excited to be with you today to show you this really cool fun fold. I call it a gatefold. Oh, sorry, I can't even say what I call it. I call it a gatefold easel card because a gatefold card opens from both sides like this one does. As you can see, the rich raspberry is on both sides. But it also has a full layer on the front. And by having that full layer, I'm able to prop the bottom down like so and pop the card on top of it. And then it's an easel card. So I call it a gatefold easel. I just made that up, so I don't know. But that's what I call it, and this is my really cool fun fold card. So I hope that you will enjoy watching me put this together. I think it's a great little card. And let's go ahead and get started. We are using the Flowering Tulips Bundle, and I'm using the stamp set today. And the dies that I am pairing it with is the Scallop Contour dies, one of my favorite die sets. So definitely check it out. I love these beautiful stacked, different styled rectangles. And we're going to use this one right here, the third one in from the outside. And that's what we used on the front of our card. So let's go ahead and move this out of the way. I do have a guide. If you check my blog at inkyhandswarmhearts.com and you look for Sunday's post, which is introducing the flowering tulips, there'll be a photo of this display here. And this teaches you how to overlay. And we're going to use this medium flower, and that you stamp this one on top of this one and you get this one. So that's what I'm going to show you. I chose to do the different colors because I wanted to show you the contrast, but obviously we're going to stamp the same color, and I'm going to show you how to do that today. So just give me a minute, bear with me, and we'll get started. All right, we're going to use the scrap paper. As you can see, I've already used it for some tulips. And this is our piece we are going to stamp with our beautiful tulip. We are going to use our stem first. That's kind of our anchor, and it gives us a place to start. So we're going to grab that, and we're going to use Just Jade. Now, this is one of the retiring in color, so it's going to be gone soon. So definitely get your hands on it. And I'm going to stamp it kind of a little bit off to the right here. Just like that. And we'll clean that in a minute. I'll just leave it like that. We're going to do the leaves, but I'm going to do those at the end. I'm just going to move that to the side. And let's grab the rich raspberry, which is this beautiful purple color that the frame is. So we're going to start with the larger of the two stamps that make up this tulip. And we're going to start full strength with rich raspberry. And we're going to just put that right here, just like that. And then we're going to also go full strength with this piece, and I'm going to stamp off by pressing the flower onto the piece, and we're going to line it up right there on that little heart-shaped piece with that heart-shaped piece, and that's what gives you that flower. Now we're going to go ahead and do our leaves next. So let's grab our leaf stamp. We're going to give it two leaves. We have a larger and a smaller one, so we'll start with the larger one. We'll ink that one up in the Just Jade, and we're going to put that one to this side like that. And then let's go ahead and do the smaller one right here, and we're going to ink that one up in the Just Jade. And we're going to place that kind of off to the side here like that. And there is our pretty tulip. I kind of don't like that it's hanging off the side, so I may try again if you don't mind. It won't take too long. Now that you've seen me do it one time, we're going to flip to the other side. I think I just angled it just slightly too much, and I didn't leave myself enough room there. So let's try it again. It won't take but a minute. And that way you'll get practice seeing it in action 2 times. There we go. And then let's do the leaves. I think I like this one better on top, don't you? I didn't like it hanging off that end. There's that one. And let's do this final leaf here. Yeah, I'm much happier with that. That looks pretty awesome. All right, so there's our stamping. That's going to get attached right on top of there. Let's move this out of the way, and I'm going to go ahead and give these stamps a little bit of a clean. And the leaves, that way I don't get my hands full of ink or by accident drop it onto my card that is not finished. All right. So we are going to take our main piece and we're going to score it. It's this rich raspberry. It's cut down. It's 4 1/4, and it's cut down the long length, 4 1/4 by 11 inches. So we're going to put that in the Simply scoreboard. You guys know I love this board so much. So we're going to lay it long way. So there's the 11 inch. We're going to score it at 2 3/4. So 2. There's 2 1/2. 3/4 is the larger tick mark between the 3 and the 2 1/2. So that's 2 3/4. And then 8 1/4. So 8. And then this larger tick mark between the 8 and the 8 1/2 is 8 1/4. So we will do it 8 1/4. Those are the 2 score marks to get our gatefold. So let's use our bone folder here. We're going to turn these ends in. So there's the first one. The second one, I like to butt those up against each other when I do my burnishing so that it lays nice and smooth, just like that. So there's our gatefold, okay? So that's that and this. So this is what that looks like. You with me still so far? Looks good, guys. All right. So you can see the inside. We've stamped on a piece of basic white cardstock. So here it is, and it says, "No one deserves a happier birthday than you." So I'm just going to go ahead and knock that out. And I have 2 pieces of designer series paper that are going to go on the top and the bottom right here. And we're going to use our silicone mat to attach those 2 pieces. So let me grab that, bring it into play. I'm done with the bone folder. So let's grab the 2 scraps. Well, they're not scraps. They're 1/2 inch by 3 3/4 inches of designer series paper. We're going to use our wet adhesive here, and we're just going to run a line of that. And then I'm going to move the rich raspberry. We don't need that right now. And we're going to attach our little flower pieces. Let's move that up so you guys can see what I'm doing. And I like the wiggle room that having the wet glue gives us. So we'll put that one there. And then this one will go here at the top. And you just want to get the 2 sides even and then get the top to be about the same as the 2 sides. There we go. So there's that piece. Let's go ahead and stamp this stamp on the inside. We're going to use Highland Heather, which is this lighter purple that is in this paper. So we're going to ink it up, and it says, "No one deserves a happier birthday than you." I'm going to bring the stamp, the ink pad to the stamp. I'm going to bring this down where I can see a little better, and we're going to just stamp this right here in the center. There we go. No one deserves a happier birthday than you. That's a good saying. And then we can go ahead and attach that to the inside. I'm going to use my seal adhesive. And we'll put some down here and then some on the sides. And then this is going to get attached right here in the middle of our card. And then I told you already the dimensions, but I'll repeat them. The basic white cardstock for the inside is 4 inches by 5 1/4. And then these 2 pieces of designer series paper are 1/2 inch by 3 3/4 inch. Now this is going to close like this. I'm going to go ahead and grab my bone folder again to give it a nice burnish. So now we're going to work on this purple, which is our Highland Heather layer that's going to go right there. What do you guys think of that so far? Pretty cute, right? So this Highland Heather piece is also 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches, and I've cut a piece of designer series paper 3 3/4 inches by 3 inches, and that's what's going to go right here. So before before I glue that down, you can see that I have a little bit of stamping right here. And there's this really cute little X stamp, and I'm going to use Rich Razzleberry. I'm just going to move the DSP out of the way. And I'm just going to stamp a few of these just in different spots so that it kind of peeks out and around. I'm going to grab a scrap paper and tuck it right here. And that way I can put a few off the sides. That looks pretty good. Let's put one more right here. All right, that looks awesome. So now we can glue our designer series paper to the bottom, and we are going to glue that in also with the seal adhesive. So let's grab that, and we will put our seal adhesive onto our designer series paper. Again, this piece of DSP is 3 inches by 3 3/4. So this is going to go down here at the bottom. That looks pretty good, doesn't it? Now we're going to tie our ribbon, and our ribbon piece is 20 inches. It's our open weave fresh freesia. This is a beautiful color, and it's the color that's here in the background. And I'm just going to put it back behind here, and then I want to tie it off to the side. So I just want to make sure that when I tie my bow, I'm going to kind of tie it to this side. I can always slide it over if I need to, but I'm just gonna move it. And I'm actually going to tie a knot. It makes it a little bit easier when you have a knot there. Looks good. Okay, so now we're going to grab our bow here. We're going to make a loop and bring this around. Whoops, I missed it. Try again. Goodness gracious, let's try. I'm going to do the loop and bring it around and through. There we go. It's just slippery and I can't grab it. All right, there we go. That looks good. And I'm just gonna pull on the ends and get it nice and pretty. And when I'm happy with the placement, I'm gonna go ahead and slide this in the back out of the way. I'm gonna run a little bit of adhesive there, and then I'm gonna slide it down and over the top of that so that it will not wiggle. That will anchor it in the back for me. And then at the top, I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing. I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive down there, and then I'm going to have my ribbon just hold on to that piece, and we'll attach this in a second with some mini glue dots. But for right now, let's go ahead and attach our piece that we stamped when we first started. That was the one that was off the edge, and we redid it. I think it looks much better. And this basic white piece is 2 inches by 3 5/16. It's the size that fits perfectly in this piece, and you can still see the stitching. So there is that. And I am going to attach the top section of this card. Gonna put it right there on top. So I definitely want to put some adhesive. I'm gonna go ahead and put some runner right there. And I don't want to go all the way to the edge because, as you can see on this card, some is showing. So we just want to put a little rectangle so we have something to stick it to. And we will attach this piece right here and lay it in the front so that it lines up just like that. And then this piece is going to be lifted up with dimensionals. So we're going to go ahead and put one in each corner, and then I'm going to put one in the middle to help anchor that. I will grab my take your pick tool and pull the backs off. All right. and I will fix this where I want it. That looks pretty good to me. When I'm happy, I will press it down. Now, let's get this bow to behave itself. So I'm going to grab a mini glue dot, and we'll find the first one on the roll here, and I'm going to pull it off with this take your pick tool. And I'm just going to tuck it right there where the knot will live. And once I do that, it causes that little bow to behave. Pretty awesome. And then I'm going to use my paper snips that I use for ribbon, which has this little charm on the end. I designate these for ribbon so that paper tends to dull scissors. So I don't like to use the same scissor for my ribbon as I use for my paper. So I have two separate paper snips. This one I keep in this little holder, and I also have a charm on it. And then this one is out by itself and it has no charm, and that's how I know which one's for which. So that's the mini glue dots. And now the final thing that we're going to do is we are going to attach these beautiful pastel pearls. Now they come in these beautiful shades of purple and pink. This one's kind of a bluish purple. And we're going to take, I think we're going to go with this one right here. And we're going to use that one. So I'm going to grab the putty end of my take your pick tool. And I'm going to grab one of these off of here, and we'll put it, how about down here? And then we'll add another one up here, kind of on this purple part of the card. And then we'll add one onto the designer series paper. What do you guys think? Let's find a spot that's opened. How about right here? Come on. There we go. Perfect. Kind of in a triangle. And then I can slip these back in here. And then when you open your card, you can drop this bottom section and it will stand like an easel. I really love that. This is a really fun card. I hope that you enjoyed watching me put this together. Definitely check out the Flowering Tulips Bundle. And of course, don't forget about the gorgeous Flowering Tulip Designer Series papers, which this is the one we used for this card. All the links are in the description below. I hope that you enjoyed watching me put it together. I certainly enjoyed having you. Give me a thumbs up if you liked my video. Give me a comment, share my video, and definitely subscribe for more content. If you do not have a demonstrator, I'd love to be your demonstrator. So just let me know either in the comments below or send me a message. My email is also in the description below. And I will talk with you later. Thanks again for watching. I appreciate it. This is Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. Happy stamping!